Welcome back to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. I have been busy in the sewing room the last couple days. I had shared my strawberry fabric collection, I think, with you last week, and I decided it was time to make a couple tote bags for summer because although it's pretty chilly here right now, it's supposed to get warmer, well, sometime. I hope. But I was feeling like making some summertime, some springtime things. So I've made 2 tote bags, a big one that you could probably fit a small person in. And it's the strawberry fabric, of course. I put a zipper pocket on the front. I still need to add a charm to that, some kind of little charm. But it's open at the top, and I made pockets on the inside out of the spotted fabric. There's some shorter pockets down in there, and these bigger pockets I can fit my planner, my umbrella. You could do a water bottle. You can fit most anything you would want to take, and probably more than that in it. But I put fleece and quilted the outer fabric to fleece, and then the inner part, the lining, I actually have a frugal way of doing the interfacing. I save all my scrap interfacing, and I'll insert a picture here. It looks terrible when you're putting it together. I just fuse all those little scraps onto the lining part, and once you get it fused and sewn together, it holds up really well. And I've never had any problem with it coming loose or anything, and I don't feel bad for wasting expensive interfacing and just throwing away the scraps. So I keep all the little tiny scraps and just keep them separate, and when I get enough or get a project, it saves me from having to cut a full piece. I can just use my scraps. And I only do that on stuff I keep for myself. If I were doing it to sell or as a gift or something, I probably would just use a full-size piece for whatever I needed. But I don't mind doing it for stuff that I keep, and I've never had any problem. I've lost my voice. I put gussets in the side and the bottom, and I just kind of quilted that in straight rows. The front part, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, I quilted that kind of in a grid. I measured with my long ruler and marked it with chalk and just did a cross hatch or whatever that's called. And then I decided, since I had enough fabric, I would make a smaller one just to carry a few things in. And that is this one. It's quite a bit smaller. I made a different pocket on the front, and I just put a little red snap, if you can see that. I see a string up here that I didn't clip. And this one I just put one fairly large pocket. I used bias binding around the edges, sewed it to the lining, and just put one seam down the middle and made 2 kind of deep pockets. It'd be great to carry my phone and keys or wallet, something like that. I may go back and add a snap to the top too, just so stuff wouldn't fall out of it as bad. But I just love the fabric. I just love the strawberries. And I also made, out of a scrap, I also made a key fob, just to hold my keys, and it's good to slip it on your wrist and keep up with your keys. I usually put a rivet. I've got a little rivet press, and I usually put a rivet in it. But I was feeling especially lazy today, so I didn't drag out my rivet press and get all the things out. I just sewed over that. But it's got interfacing in it, and it holds up real well. They do get dirty, so the other one I had made was, I wouldn't even show it to you. It looks so nasty, just from being worn and used and carried around. But this one matches my tote bag. So that's my strawberry mix. So in the past, I have made a lot of tote bags. I sold some probably over the course of maybe a year. Somebody will see one, oh, I want one, but I want this fabric, or could you make me one, or I want a matching wallet. So I made tote bags and the necessary clutch wallets. And I made a lot. Some, like I said, were out of quilting cotton, and some were out of home deck fabric. Made some out of denim even. And I'll try to insert pictures of all that while I've been talking about the tote bags and all that. But it's a simple thing to sew, and it's very rewarding, I think. I think I have finally decided which fabric I'm going to make Simplicity 9473. And I'm planning to make this version if I have enough fabric, and if I don't, I will make the sleeveless version. This is a piece of cotton fabric that my daughter and her husband got me a couple years ago for Mother's Day. And I've been very, I didn't want to cut into it because it's really beautiful. It's just beautiful fabric. It's probably creased. But I just thought, you know, that would be so pretty, and I could wear either a pale blue sweater if I needed to, or maybe make the little jacket in either white or a pink or blue. I guess even, I think it's got a little bit of green in it as well, so that would probably pick that up. So anyway, I don't think I have any fabric to make the jacket to coordinate with it, but I could do a white one or something. I've probably got some white. But this is what I'm hoping to make this dress out of, and I'm going to get that cut out soon. I've also been watching a lot of the vloggers that I watch on YouTube, and they are all in the middle of sharing free patterns for Sew Frugal 23, the challenge that's on Instagram. I think Ruanne from the Yorkshire Sew Girl and Sam from Frugalissima, they host this challenge every year. I think this is the 3rd year, if I'm not mistaken. And a bunch of the vlogger people share free patterns, and you're supposed to use a free pattern, which means something that's free to everyone. So anybody anywhere can get that pattern and make it. And you're supposed to not buy fabric. You're supposed to use either some fabric that you've had in your stash for a while, or maybe even an unconventional fabric. Maybe you have a linen tablecloth, or maybe you have a beautiful cotton sheet, or fabric that's been in your stash for a long time and you've not used it. So that's kind of the premise. It's why it's frugal. And then on March 31st, you're supposed to share photos of what you've made on Instagram, tag Sam and Ruanne, and you could win prizes. I always say I'm going to, and I think I did the first year, I think I did enter, I made a dress. It was Frugal Frocks the first year, so I think I made a dress and entered it. But I didn't do that last year. I just kind of ran out of time. And if I don't get at it, I'm going to run out of time again. But I have been seeing other people have shared these patterns, but I have been seeing some great free patterns, and I've actually downloaded 2 or 3 of them. I haven't printed them off yet, but I would like to make an item or two and participate in that challenge, because it's just fun, and you might win a prize. I seldom win, but you know, you never know. But a few of the ones that I have found, charm patterns, circle skirt, and that is Gertie. She is so talented, so talented, and anytime I can find a tutorial or a video of her sewing, I can watch it all day, because she is amazing. But she has a free circle skirt pattern, and I believe there's a video tutorial to go along with that, so I wouldn't mind making a circle skirt. A new to me pattern company, it's called Tiana's Closet. She has, I think I have 3 of her patterns that I have went and looked at and think that I might like to make them, and they're all free. One is the Nomi ruffle detail top, and I'll insert pictures. It's just so pretty and looks relatively simple, and it looks like something I would love to wear. I'd probably make that out of cotton. Then there's another one by Tiana's Closet, and it's the Vera Pinafore dress. And I actually have some denim. I have some corduroy that I would love to make that little pinafore dress. I might possibly lengthen it just a little bit, but I just think it's gorgeous. And I used to have a pinafore, and I wore it all the time with t-shirts in the summer and turtlenecks in the winter. Another one by Tiana's Closet is the Dawn tie waist blouse, and that is just beautiful. It is a beautiful blouse, and it would be beautiful in challis or some lighter weight fabric, I think. So I like to make that one. And then the fabricstore.com has the Alejandra jumpsuit. I think I'm saying that right, I hope. I wouldn't guarantee it though. But I think it's the Alejandra jumpsuit, and I have some linen and linen blends in my stash that I would love to make that into. I used to wear jumpsuits a lot, but I don't know, I had a love-hate relationship with jumpsuits, but that one I would really like to try making. And then the last one I had thought about is the assembly line have a free pajama pattern. And it's just shorts and a t-shirt, and it looks simple and easy, and you know, it would be real fun to make. And you know, I'll make a lot of cotton pants, pajama pants. I really like these look like they're knit, and I think that would be great for the summer to make it out of like a cotton knit, which I have some in my stash that would work for that. And it's a free pattern, so you can't beat that. And it's a great way to try out different pattern companies and see what fits you, see what you like. But that's my plan, is to make my simplicity dress and maybe a free pattern or two in the coming week or so. But I will have hopefully put pictures in of what I'm talking about, and hopefully it will inspire you. And as for the tote bags and the things, I make very simple ones. I don't make a lot of elaborate ones or buy patterns. I usually watch a tutorial in the past. That's how I learned to make them. And you can make them any size you want after that. I have put recessed zippers into some. Some are just open topped. Some are snaps. But it's fun to make things like that, and it kind of gives you something to sew without having to worry about the fit and going through the whole process of, you know, adjusting a pattern and all that. It's just stuff that you can sew, and I like the quilting details on it because that doesn't take a lot of time or a lot of effort, and some days you just don't feel like putting a lot of effort into it. So but anyway, I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my channel and who has commented and liked my little videos. I know they're very simplistic, but I've enjoyed reading your comments, and I appreciate the support. So I hope you have a great week. I hope you'll check out some of the free patterns, and certainly check out all the Sew Frugal 23 vloggers, and you'll come up with all kinds of great ideas from all these people that are so smart, and they spend a lot of time getting these things together so that people like us can be inspired and make some free patterns and join into the challenge, because sewing is just wonderful and we love it. All right. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.